Hello, I am Sarah and I am one of the co-founders of Guildford Shakespeare Company, and my job at Guildford Shakespeare Company is as a creative and financial producer. I am filming today with my green screen behind me because I'm just getting ready to do the murder mystery. So this is sort of my new setup, my working from home setup. So I'm just going to turn the camera around and you can see the bar and my computer screen and all my notes here. And like I say, a bed sheet behind me, because what we do at Guildford Shakespeare Company is site responsive work, and our current site, it would appear, is Zoom. So yeah, I'm ready to do a murder mystery. Matt and I set up Guildford Shakespeare Company 14 years ago, which I think lots of you know. Before that, we were both jobbing actors. And yeah, I just thought, why hasn't Guildford got a professional open air Shakespeare Company? And as I was thinking about it, it's what I wanted to do, and gradually it's all built from there. My job more specifically is, well, joint with Matt, we'll think of the plays and the venues and how things might work, and then my job is to get the creative team on board, to cast the shows, and to do all the budgets and things like that and write for funding. So it's quite a varied role. It also sometimes includes doing the laundry. I would say that probably it's hard to choose favourite moments. So favourite moments have included but not been limited to having Brian Blessed play King Lear, having Kenneth Branagh come and watch Othello. You know, I'd love to go back to my 29-year-old self who was setting up the company and say, Kenneth Branagh came to see one of your shows. So yeah, that's definitely a moment. Other moments, probably projects that have come to life that have mattered a lot to me were Alice in Wonderland. That had been a big dream in my head for a really long time, and the idea of the audience going on an adventure with Alice, and it took me a lot of spreadsheets and a lot of timing to work out how that might work in the different venues with the audience working round. So it was a big project, and yeah, I was really glad, and sort of the 8-year-old girl in me to have the King and Queen of Hearts in Guildford Castle was a bit like a dream come true. And probably the other one maybe was Measure for Measure, completely contrasting of course, but again, for a while I'd had in my head this idea of the gender swap and what our reactions might be to certain behaviour, and it was really exciting to see it come true. I think it was potentially Marmite, but I quite like that. Sometimes I think our job as storytellers, as theatre producers, is to regularly change the way we tell our stories. And I think there's a pretty strong contrast between Alice in Wonderland and Measure for Measure, and you know, just to reflect and just work our muscles hard to try and find different ways to engage audiences and try and reach different people sometimes, and make people question. So yeah, those are probably two of my favourite challenges. But oh, Henry V at Guildford Cathedral, so many, it's really hard to choose. I think one of my other favourite things about Guildford Shakespeare Company is the extraordinary people that we get to work with. I feel endlessly proud of the teams of people that we work with. Our full-time staff are just incredible, but so are the freelancers, the directors, the designers, the actors, the stage managers. Everyone that we get to work with are so talented and so generous with their time and so passionate about the work that they do, and that means a lot. It means a lot that they bring their talents to mine and Matt's company. It really does. My lockdown revelation is probably that you can continue to be creative as long as you think outside the box. You know, I thought as all of this started to shut down, I thought, gosh, that's pretty bleak for Guildford Shakespeare Company, and yet Every week we teach via Zoom and are inspired by the people that we teach. It's so wonderful to see lots of young happy faces still turning up to class, and now we've got the murder mysteries and the Wind in the Willows all happening via Zoom. So I feel very excited that we can continue as a site responsive theatre to find new sites. And the personal thing that I found during lockdown is that I have attempted to learn to bake.